Europe is experiencing a silent crisis. Millions are packing their bags, leaving behind empty homes and aging towns. From the sunny Mediterranean to the chilly Baltics, a mass exodus is reshaping the continent. But why? What's driving this unprecedented wave of emigration? Join us as we count down the top 10 European countries that everyone seems to be leaving in 2024. Number 10, Greece. Picture this: ancient ruins, crystal clear waters, and mouth-watering cuisine. Sounds like paradise, right? Well, for many Greeks, the reality is far from idyllic. Greece, the cradle of Western civilization, is facing a modern-day exodus. Between January 2023 and January 2024, the country's population shrank by 16,800 people. That's like wiping an entire small town off the map in just 1 year. But why are people leaving the land of gods and philosophers? It's not just about chasing better job opportunities abroad. The country's been grappling with economic challenges for years, and young professionals, in particular, are feeling the squeeze. With limited prospects at home, many are choosing to build their futures elsewhere. Number 9, Poland. A country that's seen its fair share of history is now witnessing a different kind of revolution, a demographic one. From January 2023 to January 2024, Poland's population decreased by a staggering 132,800 people. That's like losing a city the size of Torun in just 12 months. But what's behind this Polish exodus? It's a perfect storm of factors. Low birth rates mean there are fewer baby cries echoing through Polish homes. At the same time, many young Poles are packing their bags, lured by the promise of higher wages and better opportunities in Western Europe. The impact of this population drain is felt in every corner of Polish society. From understaffed hospitals to empty classrooms, the country is grappling with the consequences of its shrinking population. Will Poland find a way to reverse this trend, or is this the new normal for this Central European nation? Number 8, Albania, the land of eagles, is watching its nest slowly empty. Since 1993, this Balkan country has seen its population plummet by 15%. That's like 1 in every 6 Albanians vanishing into thin air. In 2023 alone, Albania's population decreased by 0.3%. It might not sound like much, but in a country of just 2.8 million people, every person counts. So, what's driving this Albanian exodus? For many young Albanians, the path to a brighter future leads abroad. With limited job prospects at home and the allure of higher wages in Western Europe, many are choosing to spread their wings and fly the nest. But as they leave, they take with them the energy and innovation that could help rebuild their homeland. It's a catch-22 that's leaving Albania in a demographic bind. Number 7, Serbia. A country that's weathered its fair share of storms, is now facing a different kind of challenge: of population in free fall. Since 1993, Serbia's population has shrunk by 14%. That's like losing more than 1 in every 7 Serbs. In 2023, the country's population dwindled by another 0.2%. It might seem like a small number, but for a nation still recovering from the turbulent 1990s, every citizen matters. So, what's behind this Serbian slide? Low birth rates are part of the story. But there's more to it than just fewer babies. Many Serbs, especially the young and talented, are packing their bags and heading for greener pastures. They're leaving behind aging parents and empty villages, chasing dreams that seem out of reach at home. It's a brain drain that's leaving Serbia struggling to keep up in the race for economic growth. Number 6, Croatia, the land of 1,000 islands, is watching its population ebb away like the tide. Since 1993, this Adriatic jewel has seen its population shrink by 16%. That's like losing 1 in every 6 Croats. In 2023, Croatia's population decreased by another 0.3%. For a country of just 3.9 million people, that's no small change. But what's driving this Croatian exodus? It's not just about the allure of sun-soaked beaches elsewhere. Many young Croatians are trading their hometown views for opportunities abroad. They're swapping Dalmatian promenades for Dublin pubs, Zagreb cafes for Vienna coffeehouses. It's a brain drain that's leaving Croatia with a graying population and a growing skills gap. Number 5, Ukraine. A country that's no stranger to challenges, is facing a population crisis of staggering proportions. Since 1993, Ukraine's population has plummeted by a jaw-dropping 29%. That's like losing nearly 1 in every 3 Ukrainians. The reasons behind this massive decline are complex and heartbreaking. Years of conflict have torn families apart and forced many to seek safety elsewhere. Economic struggles have pushed others to look for opportunities abroad. And amidst all this turmoil, birth rates have fallen as people hesitate to bring children into an uncertain world. In 2023, the population continued to shrink by about 0.5%. But numbers can't capture the human stories behind this exodus. It's about the grandmother left behind in a village with more cats than people. It's about the young engineer building a new life in Poland, sending money home to support the family she had to leave. It's a demographic disaster that's reshaping the face of Eastern Europe. Number 4, Latvia, a Baltic gem, is watching its population melt away faster than spring snow. In 2023 alone, this tiny nation lost 11,100 people. That's like wiping a small town off the map in just 12 months. But the story gets even more dramatic. Since 1993, Latvia's population has shrunk by a whopping 22%. Imagine losing more than 1 in every 5 of your neighbors. That's what Latvia's been through. So what's behind this Baltic vanishing act? It's a perfect storm of low birth rates and high immigration. More people are leaving Latvia than babies are being born. In 2023, Latvia's population decreased by 0.6%, the largest drop among all EU countries. It's a demographic disaster that's leaving Latvia with more questions than answers about its future. Number 3, Bulgaria, land of roses and ancient history, is facing a thorny problem. Its population is wilting away. Since 1993, Bulgaria's population has withered by an astonishing 24%. That's like losing 1 in every 4 Bulgarians. In 2023, the country's population shrank by another 0.4%. It might not sound like much, but for a nation already grappling with a severe demographic crisis, every person counts. So what's behind this Bulgarian exodus? It's a story of young dreams and aging realities. Many young Bulgarians are packing their bags, swapping the Black Sea coast for brighter prospects abroad. They're leaving behind aging parents and empty villages, chasing opportunities that seem out of reach at home. It's a brain drain that's leaving Bulgaria struggling to keep its economy blooming in the face of a shrinking workforce. Number 2, Lithuania, a Baltic tiger, is watching its stripes fade as its population dwindles. Since 1993, this proud nation has seen its population plummet by a staggering 22%. That's like losing more than 1 in every 5 Lithuanians. But the exodus shows no signs of slowing. In 2023, Lithuania's population shrank by another 0.6%, the joint highest rate in the EU. It's a demographic disaster that's leaving Lithuania with more questions than answers about its future. So what's driving this Lithuanian retreat? It's a complex tapestry of low birth rates and high immigration. Many young Lithuanians are trading their hometown streets for opportunities abroad, leaving behind an aging population and a growing skills gap. It's a brain drain that's challenging Lithuania's ability to roar in the global economy. Number 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina, a country where the population decline is nothing short of dramatic. Since 1993, this Balkan nation has seen its population shrink by a staggering 19%. That's like losing nearly 1 in every 5 Bosnians. The exodus continues at an alarming rate. In 2023, the country's population decreased by another 0.3%. For a nation of just 3.6 million people, every person who leaves creates a noticeable void. But what's driving this Bosnian diaspora? It's a complex mix of factors. The scars of past conflicts still linger, affecting the country's economic development. Many young Bosnians, frustrated by limited opportunities at home, are seeking greener pastures abroad. They're trading the breathtaking views of Sarajevo for the promise of better jobs and brighter futures elsewhere. As we conclude through Europe's demographic crisis, it's clear that the continent is at a crossroads. From the Balkans to the Baltics, countries are grappling with the challenges of shrinking populations. It's not just about numbers on a chart, it's about empty classrooms, understaffed hospitals, and villages where the youngest resident is over 60. But amidst these challenges, there's also hope. Many of these countries are implementing policies to boost birth rates and attract immigrants. Some are reaching out to their diasporas, hoping to lure back the talent that left. The story of Europe's population decline is still being written. Will these countries find a way to reverse the tide, or is this the beginning of a new chapter in European history? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the Europe of tomorrow will look very different from the Europe of today. As we sign off, I leave you with a question to ponder. In a world where people are increasingly mobile, what makes a place worth staying in? The answer to that question might just hold the key to Europe's demographic future.